And there you have it. Welcome. It is finally time, or it is the moment that some of you have all been waiting for, I guess. Welcome to, not really a grand number, but this is my 170th Let's Play of MisterBriGuy Plays Final Fantasy XIV. This is, without a doubt, one of the best and ongoing JRPG MMOs of all time. This is up there with, like, I want to say Skyrim, MapleStory, League of well, actually, no, not League of Legends, World of Warcraft. Like, it is up there. I think it's up there with World of Warcraft levels. It took me for a second at the end of that opening cutscene, like, so that's where that meme came from. The minor spelling mistake. I was like, that's where it came from? Oh my god. Anyways, I am actually excited to play this for a while now, because I've actually had just a little bit of experience on this during A Realm Reborn. And my sister and her best friends got me into playing this because I also love Final Fantasy myself. Like, if you remember my Let's Play of 10 and 13, that I actually had a really good time playing those games. And I think I played halfway through 9. And I'm gonna have to keep going through that one. Actually, I'll just hit the configuration. And I've heard about this, like, going through this MMO in a Final Fantasy game, wouldn't this take a little bit too long? No. Knowing my channel, I don't think it has limits. Like, I have a feeling like this is gonna break records on my Let's Play channel. Like, this is probably gonna be either the longest Let's Play or the longest timed Let's Play. Like, it's probably gonna beat records after Fire Emblem Three Houses, Super Mario Maker 2, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild combined. It's gonna be up there because the runtime for, like, main story in this game, if I looked it up, it's over 200 hours. So you're probably going to expect episodes of at least like an hour long. It's going to be that insane. And, by the way, something that has finally returned after a while since, what Let's Play was it? I think it was Pokemon Scarlet? Yeah, it was Pokemon Scarlet. Boom. Yeah. I'm back, baby. I'm back with my webcam. Oh my god, it's... You know what? It really actually took a long time to set this up. It kind of felt like a couple hours because, like, I had to think about, like, green screen. I've thought about trying it before, and I know it kind of sucked. And, you know, like, the cloth that I used back in, like, what... I would remember Donkey Kong Country and Star Fox Assault and all that, using the green screen cloth. Like, that was fine. And it bothered me because, like, the bottom corner of this, actually is right here, the bottom corner of this screen would have, like, this fuzz, like this pixelated fuzz that's bothering me. Like, oh, I hate this imbalanced lighting because my apartment is at an off angle. What I should have done is put, like, a little lamp down there to give off some light there. But what I stupidly did is that I bought that Elgato giant-ass green screen that you just, like, lift up and all that. I tried it once during a session of Three Houses, and it really sucked. Like, I could not figure out how to finagle around with the green screen, chroma keys and stuff. Like, it would chroma the green outs, but it made my body look worse. So I was like, no, I can't do this. It was a waste of money. I can't do this anymore. So I looked back at some references, and honestly, I could just do my webcam without the green screen if I want to. I could honestly just do that, and it would still be just fine. So anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about Final Fantasy XIV. This is going to be a free trial version because from what I heard from my sister, that I think up to Heaven Sword. Yeah, I'm going to have to look up the quests here. She wanted me to look up like the complete story quests. Yeah, here we go. So there was like 7th quests, and then it goes to Heaven Sword, Dragon Song, and then Stormblood. That's what I was missing in my head. It was Heaven Sword, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker. And I do believe, from what I heard from Amanda, the free trial ends at Heaven Sword or Stormblood. Actually, no, yeah, it is Stormblood. And if I want to continue with the main story quests, I either have to purchase the full game, or I could probably wait until Square decides, like, why don't we just do, like, this game has succeeded long enough. Maybe we could just extend the free trial to the end of the game for everyone to play, since it's been so successful for so many years. I will probably get into like the statistics and the awards for this later, but I kind of want to see what is I feel like what's an ideal, like an ideal server for this. Do I want to like, you know what? I could probably just like make a new character on the same server. I've been going through Hyperion with this guy, MisterBriGuy of the guys. I could not think of a clever name back then. But we're just gonna make a new character in the same server. As long as I, like, the two important things that my sister pointed out, like, as long as I go through the main story missions and the the story quests and the job quests is what's most important. So I picked Marauder last time. I'm just gonna go through that again, and I think I was doing kind of okay as a tank for like most dungeons, and I feel like I want to try that again for the future of this playthrough. And I think we're good to go. Leviathan is your starting world. Wait, did I? No, I thought no, select another. Yeah, Hyperion. All right, let's pick our name. You know what? That's probably the most creative name I've ever done in my history of MisterBriGuy. Brygarn, Mr. All. Mr. All. You know what? Sure. That is a cool ass name. I am good with that. It almost started like the Wario meme. All right, now we can finally begin. Oh God, oof. Don't wanna be too excited. You'll get a migraine. All right, let's finally begin. Now I gotta warn you. The world is full. I forgot. This game is very dialogue heavy. And that's, I'm gonna see how much my throat can take to read as much dialogue as I can so that I can actually understand the story, especially the main story quests. Here we go.
Here. Here. Feel.
Oi, you alright, lad? Must have had some wicked dream. You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling in the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. See what I mean? Ugh. Might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck. Get meself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa is still a fair way off. In case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company till we get there? Oh wow, I recognize those two. They came out that early? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Yeah, I don't think we know much about this character later on. I think it's like your tutorial. I don't think you really do as much, like, pirating. Like, you probably take some sort of pirate class, I guess. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers, am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So as long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that's adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To win glory! I don't know, actually. I guess glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Over there. Ooh, ah! We're under attack. Ships off the starboard bow. Pirate colors. Pirates? Bloody hells. Have ye no sense? Get below. Just the mocap running. I forgot that's how that started. What in the world's coming to? Or what is the world coming to? Pirates firing off the ship flying Lominsian colors? Bastards ever have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains? You can rest easy, friends. We made it out of cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark'll catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I'd reckon I've lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on the deck and have us a look, shall we? Shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Yes. I mean, I've had an experience in a past life, but sure. It is. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you that the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard that Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks. Case you didn't know. Ah, at long last, land ho! Behold, Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlane, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by the way of thanks for saving me ours earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
And that's how it starts. That was the prologue. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, I'm getting chills just to see what we have in store for this game. Also, I was looking back. That voice sounded so damn familiar. Is that David Lodge? I want to say hopefully that's David Lodge, because I hear, I hear that's the same voice as Geralt from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And I think I did see some roles he took in Final Fantasy. I think it's 15, actually. He's Wedge Kincaid and Vive. And then, is there 14? Unless there isn't, right? Hey! You there! Oi, I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scums that washes up on it. Me? Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. I haven't got all day. And I do believe this is where the game actually starts here, yeah. A bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands. The rough-cut diamond of the Rotano Sea. Select the control scheme you wish to use. Gamepad. Yep, use your WASD to run. Use the left and right mouse clicks to change the camera. The mouse wheel to zoom in. Actually, is that? No. Jump. And that's pretty much all you need to know. Still trying to find that voice, but he did Final Fantasy 15. Aha. he did do a voice role in 14, A Realm Reborn. He was Luisio. He was actually the guy that made that, or that did that meme in the opening cutscene, the minor spelling mistake. He's that guy. I can't believe that's Gerald. You know, let's see what we can do with this, and then if I progress through the game, we can, like, change more of the layouts later. I think you just have to... Yep. Infiltrating or initiating quests. Yep, there we go. Have to get used to the button controls, as I used to. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge... you'll like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just head straight down this street and speak with Greyfar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the wrench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now roll along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Yep, begun a duty. Duty lists? The current objectives will appear under the quest title on the duty list. A maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. You mean this thing? I guess that's what it is. If I could just, like, move it, yeah. Alright, I think we're good. I've also tried to, like, optimize it, too, that, like... I've been playing the game through, like, 30 frames per second, and I know that was being played through, like, my old PC. And since I got this kind of new kind of like a different PC from what Alec gave me, I feel like it's a bit stronger. So it should be able to withstand like 60 frames playing this game. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If you mind visiting the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Oh, maybe I should have talked to him. I should be talking to the speech bubbles. That's kind of what it's supposed to be. Or I could just talk to him. Greetings to you, lad. And what'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are ye? You've come to the mines to try your and adventuring, I reckon. Well, you find no shortage of work here in Limsa. The name's Baderon, and this most opposable of austerities in the Drowning Wrench. 'Tis also oh my goodness. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specifically for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of irregulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need in these parts, or not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever ye look. If ye manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get ye instead. And if they don't manage, they're always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course. But if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance. But look again, and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame him after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories, too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections of from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. This god's damned calamity-spawned memory loss robbed us of our names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's so every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd goal. It's this what's got people calling those heroes. those heroes. It's this what's got people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light. If Limsa's ever going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to an adventurer is effort well spent. What say ye, lad? Ye willing to lend us your strength? Imagine you give us the prompts like, nah. It's like, okay, goodbye. You just go back on the ship and head for home. Me thanks to ye, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer ye my way for the reason. But listen to me, yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis I time we got your mark on me book. Put your scroll right here. Sign here, please. Initial here. The freaking model for this book. That's hardly how you hold a book like that. Brygon Misterall, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece cousin's closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You're surely aware of the recent kidnappings? Respectfully then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. You make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times, and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say ye to the tankard of me finest ale afore ye return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. I ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Metathor. Wow, okay. I think I'm at that, like, eye's length where I can't even I'm mistaking, like, the L's with the I's. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Metathor. But that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnappings, see? And they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious. Which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much even bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lominsians can be an headstrong bunch of bastards. 'Tis true, but given time, we'll grow on ye. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea is green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskies. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning the ways of the city. Alright, so I think it tells you how to explore in areas. And I should probably figure out... Yeah, it introduces the introductory game tutorial. Taking your first step, listen well to the wisdom of Battaron 10 Fingers. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. There's that jingle. Just from that first quest, I leveled up. I would want to configure the sound. So that I can actually hear myself. It looks like I got Heavy Swing. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by the unique icon. Quests using this icon indicate a task or a series of tasks are tied to a new duties or feature you have yet to unlock. Alright. Alright, close to home. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks. What'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device which can move ye from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you can't go, of course. I've chat with the Yellow Jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the working of the device. Before you do that, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work until you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your adventuring bits and pieces for sale in the district, what lies beyond the Natherite. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet, or you'll get fleeced quicker and you can say, "Why me coin purse so light?" I've a word with swat. Yeah, see? I can hardly see the text on that. I've a word with Swozblight. Instead, he's the lead of the Merchants League, by the way. Given this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last helpful hints, I suggest ye meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join their crew. Blauthoda at the front desk is the one to get you started. I'm starting to sound like Torbjorn more than pirates. Got all that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks, I'll take you on the little jaunt around the city, and it'll be a work out where everything is. Now I've best be getting on run along, eh? And bugger it. There I go, sending ye off without telling ye somewhat critical. That bloody calamity's made a real mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods what look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what's interesting opportunities could be looking out there. Just waiting for you to stumble upon them. For example, Nanaya's over yonder's been casting glances at ye since ye waltzed in. Wanna lend an ear and see what she has to say. Aye, you're like to find yourself running old errands at the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If ye've the time, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here in the wench. The lads as bear the title have some fine advice for them. What are just starting out in the profession. And that's, my lad, all you to go about becoming a legend among adventurers. God. As much as I like their nationality, it's kind of like hard to read. Oh my god. To leave the drowning wench, you must accept the quest, making a name. Yeah, I was just trying to see if I can actually change the font size for this game. Like, maybe I can find that out. Wait, clear blue. Oh. Oh, dude. Okay, I can change the themes here. I feel like, do I want to go for classic? Or you know what? Do you think that would actually be a little bit better? Here, I'm gonna go for classic for now. Oh, wait, I have to log in again for the changes to take effect. Okay. I guess we'll have to do that for later. I was just trying to see if I can change the font size for this game. Main menu grants quick and early access, selecting characters under character. Oh yeah, this little menu here. You get character, duties, logs, travel, party, social, and system. Get your stance, currency. You can show your character here. I'm a level 2 marauder. You can show your crits, your defense, your direct hit rates, speeds, profiles. Oh yeah, okay. And it also shows your classes, both from like a battle themed job or like an outside job. So like, you can also be a gunbreaker. I feel like I want to be a gunbreaker. Marauder, gladiator. You can also be a samurai, a reaper, a rogue, blue, red. Yeah, blue and red mage, dancer, machinist or machinist. I think that's also guns. Archers, sages, astrologian, and scholars. And then if you look here, you can do some stuff outside of fighting, like be a carpenter, blacksmith, goldsmith, leather, weaver, alchemist, cooking, mining, fishing, and botanist. Oh yeah, this is the guy that Bardion was talking about. Oh, would you look at this, a shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I've seen some information that might just help you out, or help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall below not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs just scattered about on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might been the black market wares known as dream flowers. And all the merchants that blowing across the straight air above board. If you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzen mast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name of yourself by handing them in. Speaking to Scanrail, speak to Scanrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs, then take them to... Oh, God. Oh, God. Take him to Aldskife at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. So yeah, these are pretty much just little side quests you can do throughout your time. Now, I'm probably not going to show, like, every side quest because that would probably take even longer to play this game instead of, like, actually going through the main story. And it would hurt my poor little throat. But that's pretty much all there is. I think if I just hit the right click. Yeah, there you go. There's got to be a better way to pick them up. And then once you're done with that, you talk to someone who can complete the quest. Yes, I am Aldskife. You have some herbs you wish me to examine. And then you just hand them over. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Althaik lavender, common enough exports from Linza Lominza. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone's been having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry. You've learned a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. Right, completing quests will also get you, like, potions and that. So you can use items. You can, like, set them in your hotbars down here as well. Just to get, like, a little shortcut. Handing over items. Sanctuaries. Crescent Moon will appear to the right of your experience bar whenever you enter a sanctuary. While in this special area, you'll receive a rested bonus. The bonus will continue to grow even if you are offline. Oh. Is that true? I never actually noticed that. Yeah, so if you enter this area here, this is probably the big hub world of, like, or one of the big, like, hangout spots you can find in 14 in Limza Lominza. Is where a lot of people just stand idle next to this giant aetherite crystal. And these are crystals that you can teleport to with a fee, of course. Now, I have to attune this crystal if I want to make this my waypoint. And there you go. Ah, another novice adventurer. Aye, Baderon has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Okay. I am Sundheimel, or Sundheimel. Or Sundheimel. Oh, God. Oh, my God, my apologies. I am Sundheimel, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into aetheral energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleports, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you'll soon find yourself performing the act of attunements as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. I should be able to use the return spell now. So if I find another aetherite somewhere in Eorzea, I should be able to use this teleport spell to teleport to any of the ones that I've attuned to. And also, oh, right, okay. Casting the spell does not require any magic and can be assessed by selecting return under the travel. The sole limitation of the spell is that it can only be casted once every 15 minutes. Right, so there's a cooldown.